Hi guys, welcome back to another series in the Shit Games with Sam Saga. Today we're playing another Sherlock Holmes game. This one is Crimes and Punishments. But this is actually the one before the one we played, and supposedly this is the better one as well. So, without further ado, let's get stuck into the first case. See if we can solve it quite easily. What's this music? Really much the tone. I don't think anyway. Wiggins, isn't it? Oh no, Wiggins is the boy. I thought Wiggins was the dog. What's the dog called? We're in. Ooh. I might get copyright strikes for this song.
Holmes, will you stop that?
Oh my god, what's going on? Oh, nice bear.
You are utterly mad.
Knock him the fuck out, Watson.
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is.
Different character models to the
Nonsense.
the
I
other
was
game.
aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is.
Well, the Strahd's the same.
Mr. Holmes. Gentleman by the name of Peter Carey.
Ooh,
also
those
known as
subtitles
Black Peter,
are not
been
nice.
murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey.
Why the
born in
pause?
1845
Black
and 50
Peter.
years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must...
Oh, this is Watson. I'm not liking this Watson
I shall go
compared to
alone
the other
then.
one. Seems like the Sherlock. Whoa! The... Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join the Strad at Woodman's Lee. That's Black Peter Bonnet. Sorry. Oh. Be Makeup table. What is that, huh? That is awful. Oh. Oh. A sheet. Off to Woodman's Lee. Oh, this fucking load screen, man.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
I'm over here.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Did I do it on a control last time? I'm actually talking to this then properly. And relax. Don't do it.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Oh, I don't know if I can deal with his voice. Ooh, this again. Cameo. Catholic rosary, so she's religious. Rested tit. Gardening gloves. Birdhouse.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened,
Ooh.
he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
No love lost between the two of them.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Some brozzies.
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
She fucking hated that.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Pilgrimage?
You undertook a pilgrimage
Yeah.
to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Oh,
Thank you, madam.
thank you. Fucking hell, it sounded like it was in my ear. Alright, let me in the house. Well then,
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin.
have a look.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Well, why is this so far away? Duh. Sherlock. Oh, wow. Pointing out the
These
fucking
scratches
obvious.
are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
Oh,
I swear
shit.
The scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
It's
Perhaps
not a
he
difficult
did not
one.
have the right tool.
Open the door. Oh, POV. Been stabbed.
What a terrible way to die.
Hmm.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here.
Ooh.
It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Interesting. Oh.
Harpoons for hunting whales. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884.
Those
Peter Carey was her captain.
probably look at a book. There's contents.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
I need to compare them
Old
The-
navigation instruments.
to the
Interesting.
footprints.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Look on this table.
Someone drank from this glass.
Oh, there's two.
recently. The initials.
Can hell, that was a slap
PCC
noise, wasn't it?
have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Right over.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations.
Yeah, I don't mind this.
Check.
It's like a little. Don't understand. Because that doesn't. I don't understand what I'm trying to fucking do here.
Yes, this is a coarse tobacco. Quite
Fucking done
very
it.
popular among sailors.
Fucking hell, that was
Rum.
unneeded.
Sailor's drink.
How hard that was.
It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met
Hmm.
his death.
Project everything in here. Map.
Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map. The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches. The ship's logs of the sea unit.
Right, that's something I need to look into, innit? There we go.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
With 2 glasses.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Ooh.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey. These abbreviations mean something.
What?
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Oh shit, there's this bit. Ooh. Ambush.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Go speak to this gal up here.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Ooh.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in
Oh,
his
looks a
cabin.
bit dodge.
Thank you, madam.
They're not there, are they, though? You fucking bitch. I'm saying that and I don't even know what's... Set this up.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight.
God, it's like a fucking robot, this Sherlock.
Ah,
Oh, fuck.
so what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Mr. Holmes? We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin.
Through the boots. Beep.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Ooh. around here.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
I don't think the graphics are too bad. To be honest, I don't think they're too bad.
Shh. Did you hear that?
No, I don't think so. No, I didn't. Didn't hear anything. Oh, it's a little boy.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be
Yeah,
right
I don't like this POV shit.
Police! Hold it right there.
Get him! Fucking get him! Who's it? Who's he?
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocence? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
Not so fast.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can
It's a
explain
terrible
to the
mistake.
judge.
Zooms in.
You're coming with me to the yard.
But
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are
Ooh.
welcome,
Gonna
Inspector.
kiss me in a minute.
But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Right, guys, I'm going to leave part 1 there of the first case. I'm going to carry on in the next part with this case and see if we can solve it. Alright. Bye now, guys.